Oun Abbas here from SecondsOut. I'm here with King Kody Davies. Kody, first of all, how are you feeling this fight week? Normally fights are a bit ratty, they're a bit hungry. How are you feeling, sir?
Yeah, feeling good. I'm making comfortable. I'm fully hydrated, fueled up. I'm ready to rumble.
Let's talk about that press conference. Got to be feisty in there, got to be feisty in the face-off. What was being said between yourself and Umar at the end?
And we go to these press conferences, we go face to face, and they make silly remarks. It's disrespectful to the sport, in my opinion. I'm in the sport to make a living for my family and myself. I'm not here it's not a game to me. So when you go up to these press conferences and someone's looking in your eyes saying, "Do you want to kiss me? You scared?" Blah blah. It's disrespectful. I don't fucking like it. This is why things get feisty. This is why things like that happen, because of the disrespect. It's all about respect. We're all here trying to better ourselves and trying to do things in boxing. And then when these little mind games, I just don't see the need of it. So yeah, you react, and I reacted. Simple as.
You're obviously going into this fight as a favourite, especially with your sort of experience with Team GB and everything else. Do you actually look at stuff like that? Is it about just getting the job done on Saturday night?
Do I look at stuff like what, sorry?
Being the favourite for a fight?
Nah, I'm not interested in the bookies or the odds or being favourites or past experiences or anything like that. I'm just concentrating on what's in front of me and how to get a job done.
Let's talk about your sort of team setup. You've got, this former world champion Gavin Rees. Just on that table, there was another fighter, Willie Hutchison, talking about how Dom Ingle is sort of his best friend and does everything for him. Let's talk about your relationship with Gavin Rees to the people that are listening.
Yeah, well, I know he's much more than a coach to me. Gavin's he's like family to me. He's as everybody's well aware. I've been through some dark times, and if Gavin weren't by my side, then I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be here right now. So I thank Gavin so much for that. I'm with him every day. He's a blessing.
Fighting at super middleweight for this fight. Last fight you were fighting at light heavyweight. Just talk about sort of chopping and chaining in between weights. Is that a problem for yourself? Because for the fighters it can be seen as a problem.
It can be seen as a problem. I've wanted to be down at super middleweight for a long time. Obviously the fight previous to this was Zach Chelly. He's obviously a super middleweight himself. He didn't want to fight us at super middleweight. He pushed it at light heavyweight. So S-Jam Boxing managed to track him down at light heavyweight and got us a fight secured there. That was an eliminator. We never heard nothing after that. So this fight presented itself as super middleweight, so we grabbed it with both hands. Short notice, but we're ready.
Do you feel like there's a lot more opportunities at super middleweight than there is at light heavyweight?
Not necessarily. No, I think the opportunities are the same. I just feel like I'm going to be a different animal at super middleweight.
And why would that be?
I just know the sacrifices that I make and the dedication and the time that I put into this it cannot be done in aid of nothing. It's done for victories, and this is what I'm going to show on Saturday.
And there seems to be a lot of Welsh people are sort of keeping their eye on you. Like I said, you've come from a good setup from the Team GB setup. You're actually basing yourself in Wales now. You're not actually going up to Sheffield as much as you used to. You've also got someone like Joe Calzaghe who's in your corner. How much does that mean to yourself?
It's amazing, just touching on being down in Wales, training down in Wales. I say it all the time. There's not many facilities down there. We got a couple of boxing gyms, a couple of MMA gyms, and that's what it is, and a load of mountains. So it's the best possible place to be. People go away to all these training camps. I've been trained all over the world with Team GB. The best shape that I can be in is the shape I'm in right now, and that's having a full camp down in Wales with all my family around me, my loved ones, Gavin, my home gym. It's amazing. That's what I'm here for. This is where I thrive.
Kody, you seem to be getting a lot of airtime. You were on Sky Sports for a Next Gen show, I think it was. You're on BT, you're on ITV this weekend. Just talk to me about your management. I've got Adam already just stood on my left-hand side. So talk to me about your management in Sam Jones and Adam Morley and how they've sort of pushed you forward and given you this airtime that not a lot of fighters get when they're 10-0.
Yeah, of course. So like I said previously, I've been walking down in leisure centres down in the valleys my first couple of fights. Sam Jones got in touch with me via Instagram. We had a meeting up in London. He introduced me to Adam Weir, my manager. And they've just brought me from strength to strength. There was obviously a tough time for them back last year as well. I wasn't able to box. I wasn't in the right frame of mind to box or to even train. So they stuck by my side. It was there for me. And not a lot of people can say that. A lot of managers, I'm sure, would close the book and leave their fighters go stale. These guys were always pushing me, checking when I was ready. Never putting no pressure on me. So you can't ask for more than that. It goes further than boxing. It goes further than airtime. You can't buy that sort of stuff.
You said you won the belts, and obviously every fighter who's actually up there wants to envisage himself as being a world champion. Have you given yourself sort of a time frame, a timeline in regards to that?
No, I did have a time frame when I first turned pro. My first year or my second year I was the most active professional boxer in the country. I was having a fight on average every 42 days. Then disaster struck and my career came to a standstill. So now it's all just about getting the wheels back in motion and finding these meaningful fights and the fights that are going to take me down one step further.
Kody, I can't let you go until I ask you about the big fight happening on the same night as your fight in Las Vegas. Tyson Fury's flown out for that big rematch with Deontay Wilder. Everyone seems to have an opinion on this fight, so I do want your prediction for the fight. Just tell me how you see that fight playing out.
I really hope to God, and I see Tyson Fury boxing in and out in phases. Footwork is going to be impeccable, and I just see him boxing Deontay Wilder's head off and taking a win. Yeah, I hope he does.
Kody Davies, thank you very much for talking to Seconds Out. Good luck on Saturday night. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.